We are a global movement. We are working to create a lane for Panthers that are like-minded to come together and be able to get the job done. The movement will be a collective of organizations, also a collective of members, and we are looking to empower our people as much as we can in every location, every neighborhood that we can. Our motto is that we want to raise Black Panther in every neighborhood around the country. And we need this, especially with the times that we are facing, the things that we're going through as people. Um, what we'll do, we will start off with Brother Anthony Johnson. Give me just a second. Let me make sure I got the line up properly. Actually, you know what? Let me take that back. I'm going to start with our first point of the 7-point platform, which is Black unity. Sister Nzinga, are you there?
Black Power.
Black Power, sister. We're going to turn the floor over to you to go over the 7 points of the Black Power program. I'll go ahead and mute myself, sister. You have the floor, Black Power.
Black Power. Black Power family, welcome to the Black Power Panther movement. Excuse me. Black Panther movement. Okay. Get my stuff together. Okay. The 7-point Black Power platform. Um, okay, here we go, y'all. Number one, we want Black unity. We believe in Black unity. The Black Panther movement is organizing for the unity of our people in this nation and all over the planet. The Black Panther movement stands for unity within the Black family, unity within the Black liberation struggle, and unity inside the Black community, the Black nation. We believe there must be a Black Panther in every household. Black unity is Black power. All right. Number two, political action. We believe that the Black Power politics must become the dominant politics for Black people. Whenever we are, wherever we are, the Black Panther movement is politically active and our policies are Black Power politics. The political tactics of our Black Power movement are revolutionary in the mode of Black Panther legend Huey P. Newton and the Panther chairman, Dr. Khalid Muhammad. We represent Black nationalism and we are the successors to Minister Malcolm X and the Honorable Marcus Garvey. We uphold Pan Africanism and, like President Kwame Nkrumah and the Honorable Robert Sobeki, we are fighting for the United States of Africa. Revolutionary Pan African nationalism is our political ideology, which means that 2 billion Black people worldwide must unite. And in every nation throughout the diaspora, organize and take complete command of our people, our resources, and our political destiny. Black power. All right. Number three is spirituality. Black people, the true chosen people, are divine origin. We are fulfillment of the prophecies of the Bible, the Quran, the Metu Neter, and other sacred texts and writings. We believe in a Black liberation theology and the righteous values of the original indigenous people. The Black Panther movement seeks to clean up the Black community, the Black nation, and we shall set a positive example and establish a good code of conduct for our people. One God, one name, one destiny is our motto. Black love, kindness, respect for each other, and service to each other is the real Black power. Number four, education. We Black people, the original people, must know thyself and we must learn the lessons of our history. The Black Panther movement believes our people must completely re educate and we shall unlearn all the lies that the white man has taught us. We must learn and master all subjects critical to nation building and establishing a nation of our own. We shall be educated in business and how to do for self and conduct trade and manufacturing. We shall be educated in the sciences of technology, construction, and engineering, modern medicine, and military warfare. We must be educated in the science of mating and genetics, marriage, motherhood, and fatherhood, and raising a family. We must learn how to eat to live. The Black Panther movement shall organize strongly on college campuses in the mode of Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture, and like attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz, the student warrior and disciple of Dr. Khaled, both from Howard University. Black Power. All right, number 5, self defense. The Black Panther Party for Self Defense BPP was founded upon the principles that Black people must assert their inherent divine rights of self and defense and self preservation. The Black Panther movement demands of Black people to be well trained and lawfully armed for self defense of ourselves, our families, and our nation. We must be in the best physical shape for this liberation fight. Our movement calls for direct action, an end to genocide, self homicide, fratricide, and what is it? Yeah, and the police brutality. We shall build up a Black Panther defense course for our national defense. Self defense of Black people is Black power. Number 6, justice. The Black Panther movement is strongly opposed to injustice and harm being done to Black folks wherever that injustice occurs. The duty of the Black Panther is to fight and organize against injustices and atrocities being perpetrated against our people. A Black Panther shall be knowledgeable about the legal rights of our people in dealing with the police and other important legal matters. Justice demands the freedom of all political prisoners from the BPP and the BLA, which is the Black Liberation Army, and other revolutionary movements. We further demand and organize for an end to mass incarceration and criminalization of Black youth and Black people. Black power. Number 7 is self determination and reparations. Up, you mighty nation. You can accomplish what you will, is our cry. Black people shall have self determination, and we shall take complete control over our lives, our labor, our land, and our destiny. Black people shall have control over our resources, control over the businesses in our community, and we must have a strong Black economy. Black people must take back our resources, minerals, lands, and territories, and everything that have been taken from us by this enemy. White man, Black people must have full and complete reparations and a nation of our own, and we must be willing to achieve our goals by any means necessary. Black power.
Black Power, Sister Nzinga. That was very powerful information that you shared with us. Also, we want to make sure that you guys know that as a movement, we are building to create a lane for Pantherism for the next 50 years or more. We have to elevate, and we have to also evolve as with the people, how they move. So that's what our goal is to stay ahead of the people and be able to do the work and make sure that we get the proper results out of the work. Before we go on to our next speaker, I would like you all to see something that we have that is on Pan-Africanism also, which is what the basis of our movement is about. The culture, the things that we do in the community, it all comes from the basis of Pan-Africanism. Give me just a second to get this video playing for you, and we'll share that. And then we'll go ahead and move on to the next speaker. If we can't get it going right now, we'll just move on. We'll come back to it here in just a second. What I'll do, let's bring on Brother King Truth, which is in Cincinnati. This brother is a dedicated brother to the movement. He's been around for a while. I'll let him introduce himself, and then he's going to cover point 5 of our 7-point platform. He is one of the speakers that we're going to have coming to you all today just to show and to represent the things that we're organizing and doing in the community, not just in the United States, but around the world. Brother King Truth, are you here? Can you hear me?
Black Power.
Black Power, sir, you have the floor.
Yes, sir. Black Power, everyone. Brother King Truth from Cincinnati. Been doing this for since 2018. Started off with Infact and um, met brother Shakur in Indianapolis. And y'all, everyone heard about the situation that happened in Lincoln Heights, Ohio, with the neo Nazis. I organized a lot of the members from Lincoln Heights to stand up and help take these neo Nazis out of the neighborhoods. We've been on the ground ever since February the 7th. So we still out here patrolling and protecting the family.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna talk about the self-defense. So self-defense, the Black Panther Party for self-defense was founded upon the principle that Black people must assert their inherent divine rights to self-defense and self-preservation. The Black Panther movement demands of Black people to be well trained and lawfully armed for self-defense of ourselves, our families, and our nation.
That's it.
We must be in the best physical shape. Our Black Power movement organized to combat genocide, self-homicide, fratricide, police, and brutality. We shall build up a Black Panther Defense Corps for our national defense, self-defense of Black people is Black Power. Now, when I thought about that, it took me to Brother Eldridge Cleaver, a founding member of a former Minister of Information for the Black Panther Party, was a strong advocate for self-defense against what he perceived as oppressive forces, particularly police brutality. He believed in armed self-defense as a necessary means of protecting Black communities and challenging uh, systemic racism. And his very big quote that everyone should know is, "You're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem." Black Power.
Let's go to Ambassador Akbar. Here go with number 3. We'll come back to Brother Anthony as soon as we get that link up and going. Ambassador Akbar, are you there, brother?
Yes, sir. Are you able to hear me clearly, sir?
Yes, sir. We can hear you clearly. You have the floor, brother. Black Power.
Assalamu alaikum and Black Power to the Black Nation and to all of the Black Panther movement. We certainly feel esteemed to be here, and we thank you for just supporting the Black Panther. I think we should teach just as hard as you hear ministers that would teach for Marcus Messiah Garvey, for the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You see ministers in the street teaching strong for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Honorable Salas Muhammad. Well, we believe in the legacy of the Honorable Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. I think every Black Panther should be teaching just as hard as you saw Dr. Khalid teach, as hard as you saw Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz. Every Black Panther in this movement should have the Bible for the Black Revolution. For I am, as Fred Hampton said, that I am a revolutionary, and I want you to write it down. The shaky man Mark Bus telling you right now, I am a Black revolutionary. Black power to the Black nation, and all power to the people. And for the Republic of New Africa, we say free the land, as my mentor and others have taught me, the Honorable Chokwe Lumumba and Marilyn Preston Killingham, another of the Republic of New Africa. So we want you to know that we are extremely focused on Black Revolution, as I've always been in a good company of revolutionaries and had the pleasure of Honorable Stokely Carmichael to mentor much of what I share with you. And the Honorable H. Rap Brown, we must free our Black political prisoners because we're unfocused without our Black political prisoners being freed. If they're freed to Tooth Fairy, then they can free H. Rap Brown, and we can free Mumia Abu Jamal. That's from self-determination. It is the job of the Black activists. It was the job of the Black Pan-Africanists. The job of the Black Panthers was to make Mumia Abu Jamal a household word. To make H. Rap Brown, the Honorable Imam Jamil Abdullah Alameen, to make that a household word. So again, I'm an ambassador now, but on that strength, I will address your spirituality and the spirituality that Black people are the true chosen people of God and of a divine origin. We must be of divine origin. To catch all of this hell, all of this time, then you know that is a divine intervention in our favor. And never, never, ever, brother and sister, underestimate the power of divine intervention that's in your favor at this hour. So then again, we are the fulfillment of the prophecies of what has been written and prophesied to come, and in the Bible, and in the Quran, and in the Medunetta, and in all other sacred books and origin of writing in text. And we believe in the Black liberation theology, and that is why the book of Khaled is the Black Liberation Bible. It is the Black Revolutionary Bible. And we should go by that as Black revolutionaries to get the key. If you got any misunderstanding, any type of, I'm stuck, I'm a fence setter, then read in the book of Khaled and you will get the proper guidance and the knowledge and the fortitude and know the history of how this has been built. Know that we had been with the Huey P. Newton in the 60s. I'm 72 years old, beloved, and been with Bobby Seale not only lives about 3 miles from me. And we had had great differences, but now much of that offenses have been mended. Our Black Power ambassador is the Honorable Mukasa Dada Mukasa Ricks. And so we believe in these features as the Black Panther movement seeks to clean up the Black community or the whole Black nation. If it can clean it up for one individual, for one family, for one household, one block, one community, then it can clean up the whole nation. But you have to, again, forsake the brand of its patriarchal mentality. If I get a house, you get a house. You go out and get yours, and I go get mine. You got one, the bottom fall out of the stock market, you lose your house. But if you go back to Big Mom and them, go back to your matriarchal concept, and then you can see the freedom for you as a Black revolutionary. And I give the respect and due that is due to the Honorable Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. I could never thank him enough for bringing us to the concept of the Panther after an assassination. My partner and mentor and teacher, advisor, I would say, abandon the word mentor. It suggests something funny between men and say my advisor was the Honorable Hashim Ekanaton Nzinga. And he drilled into me so much of the principles and discipline of this way. And knowing that Black revolution is the only solution. And Hashim Ekanaton Nzinga gave his whole life, everything that he ever put together was in the favor of the Black Panther. After, again, the Aaron Michaels and David Foreman, D.K. Brown and others had organized, Brother Ali in Dallas had organized. And soon after the attempted assassination of Honorable Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad in Riverside, California, they made their way to Dallas. And there was some brothers that said, hey, man, we patrol the streets. But before then, they were the only one on the street with no weapon, with no rifle, no pistol. But they found the streets got armed from Thursday to Sunday. And they began to think on how would we remedy the situation of patrolling these streets and keeping down the fitna or the confusion on the streets. And they said, well, we'll go join the Panthers. But at that point, to be honest with you, there was no real Panther to join. There was no active chapter in Dallas and Fort Worth and Arlington, the parts where Hashim Ekanaton and Nzinga and where Dr. Khalid and the places we roam today throughout Dallas and the area. So therefore, we said there's a new brand of Panther on the scene that went a little further and then added the element of spiritualism. As we know that Black Power, again, is a positive example, and then there's one destiny and one aim and one God. And this is what we must understand, that we must respect each other and give service to one another. That is the real Black Power. Black Power, the real Black Power is the service that we can give to each other. It's not what much you can do for yourself. I could do for myself, produce an organic farm for myself, produce AI, artificial intelligence, and artificial electricity for myself. But what have I done to service the black man, woman, and child that don't have organic farming, that don't have the way to do food, clothing, shelter, transportation, technology, and how to feed yourself? If you will not feed yourself in the proper manner in this hour, it will be impossible for you to lead yourself in this hour. But the Black Panther bought the free breakfast program. The WIC program is modeled on the Black Panther. The idea of co-oping in the community is from the Black Panther. The WIC, etc. But many don't know that the LLC, how to do business in the Black community. The U.S. government, the United States, have stolen much of the legacy of the Black Panther. We're to take back, right, the X from Elon Musk. Take our X back. That's our intellectual property in the X. Malcolm X and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad himself. They've stolen from us. We must take that black in the billion that was included when he lit up that X. Donald the Duck Trump, again, has no right to put up his fist because he's stealing off the legacy the Honorable Huey P. Newton made that fist popular. Mukasa Rich put that fist up. The Honorable Stokely Carmichael, the one you know as the Honorable Dr. Kwame Ture, put up that fist. That's our fist. We must reclaim our physical and intellectual property, our spirituality, and get away from all forms of Mediterraneanism, all forms of what you call Neanderthalic behavior, all forms of Neanderthalic sexuality, all forms of his diet, the curse of the Leviathan, the curse of disobeying the Levitical laws is why you can't sleep straight, can't eat straight, you can't think straight because you have abandoned their presence.
Okay.
Brother Ambassador, I think you may have muted yourself. We can't hear you closing out.
Yes, sir. Let's see, I'm here. Right, you can hear me now, beloved? Okay.
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Yes, sir.
As we close, we pray that Almighty God, Allah, will bless you with success in all of your endeavors and know that this Black Panther movement will be built strong in the spirit and hooking on to that legacy of the book of Dr. Khalid and Dr. and Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz, the one who has made much of this possible for us. We want to forever thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for sending him to us in the form of a student leader and a student organizer, in the words of the Honorable Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, one of the best of those that ever went to do the student organizing, but one of the best that ever went to organize with the Black Panthers. And in this movement, we pray for the success, and we'll greet you in the greeting words of peace as we came out today and greeted our brothers and sisters in the words of Assalamu alaikum, Shalom alaikum, and Black power, Black power, and a strong Black military to black that call. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, salute.
Salute, salute.
Brother, appreciate that. We want to go to this video.
Likewise.
The brother touched on a lot that we wanted to speak on, and also he touched on a lot that what the movement stands for, which is to empower our people, develop our people, and defend our people. We also have a new YouTube channel that we're using and we're utilizing to empower our people through the proper teachings. And we want to show you something that we have to introduce Pan-Africanism to some of those that may not have been introduced to it before. Sister, can you go ahead and start that video? I appreciate it. Black power.
Is it sharing?
Yes, ma'am. We can see if you could turn the volume up, please, and it should be good. Black power.
Yes, sir.
One solid body, the 400 million Negroes of the world. And we believe that the time has come to unite these 400 million people for the one.
A brief history of Pan-Africanism.
And it is for this purpose that we are.
Brothers, sisters, countrymen, you better get on board.
Fellow citizens of Africa, I greet you in the name of the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League of the World. You may ask, what organization is that? It is for me to inform you that the Universal Negro Improvement Association is an organization that seeks to unite into one solid body the 400 million Negroes of the world. And we believe that the time has come to unite these 400 million people for the one common purpose of bettering their condition. And it is for this purpose that we are asking you to join our ranks and to do the best you can to help us to bring about an emancipated race.
One of the key problems, and it came out in the 5th Pan-African Congress, that we have to rediscover ourselves, find out who we are, what we are, and not who we are told we are. It wasn't until then, that Pan-African Congress, that I saw the way ahead clearly and knew one day all of Africa would be free.
The Congress is the dress rehearsal or the forum in which the leaders of post-colonial Africa make their debut.
Kwame Nkrumah, who went on to become the president of Ghana, Jomo Kenyatta, who became the leader of Kenya, Hastings Banda, who headed an independent Malawi after Nyasaland became independent.
Dr. Nkrumah went out his way to make the Gold Coast what it is today. He endeavored continually to bring us freedom and liberty to Ghana. Ghana is the name, Ghana. We wish to proclaim, we will be jolly, merry and gay.
The most striking of all the impressions that I've formed since I left London a month ago is of the strength of this African national consciousness.
When do you want independence for Kenya?
Today.
How soon do you foresee independence in Northern Rhodesia?
Things are moving so fast in Africa that anything between 1 and 2 years.
The issue is political, not social or economic.
The wind of change is blowing through this continent. And whether we like it or not, this growth of national consciousness is a political fact. And we must all accept it as a fact. And our national policies must take account of it.
Europe everywhere speaks of European continental unity. Even though Europe has fought more fratricidal wars than any other continent, or all the continents put together, Europe still speaks of European continental unity. Of course, Africa will unify before Europe, but that's not the point of discussion here this evening. The fact that Europe, with all the fratricidal wars she has fought, can speak of continental unity shows this evolutionary process. Africa, like any other society, anywhere in the world, was involved in this same evolutionary process, going from family to tribe, to clan, to nation, to continent. This evolutionary process was interrupted by European imperialism. It came in two forms, slavery and colonialism. First, they took over 300 million, the strongest, out of Africa, and then they divided Africa at the Berlin Conference. So you can see that Africa herself was moving on this evolutionary process. This evolutionary process, which would lead to continental unity, and Africa will still be the first continent unified, was interrupted by European capitalism. Since it was interrupted by European capitalism, an evolutionary process, the only way that Africa can unite today is through a revolutionary process. If capitalism destroyed us, it doesn't make sense to use capitalism to continue with it. We must use the antithesis of capitalism, which of course is socialism. And certainly if an evolutionary process has been interrupted, the only way we can capture the time lost is through a revolutionary process. We state these facts only to let you know that those of us who are revolutionary, Pan-Africanists, is not because we love revolution. It is historically determined, and we have no alternative but to follow history and to use history for the benefit of our people. So this then is the general outlines of Pan-Africanism. So you must not think that Africanism just began. Had Africa been left untrampled by European imperialism, a long time achieved continental unity. Secondly, Pan-Africanism must be seen as a movement, a mass movement. And this mass movement must be properly understood. Africa, of course, because of racism, is belittled everywhere. And many people do not see Africa's constant, underline the word constant, contributions to world civilization. Since the 1940s, Africa has given, even before the 1940s, actually, go back to the Honorable Marcus Garvey,
given to world political movements a mass character.
Black Power sister, I appreciate that video and a little bit of that history on Pan-Africanism. We always want to make sure that we show homage, we give thanks to the greats who put in the work before us. We are walking upon the shoulders and the work that they laid and they did, so we want to make sure we always reflect back and learn off of the things that they provided for us. We do have Brother Anthony here in Las Vegas, and we'll go ahead and turn the floor over to him. So that way he can speak on what he wanted to speak on from here on the West Coast. Then we'll be going to Elder Ajabu, which is our executive on Pan-African Affairs. Brother Anthony here, I'll turn the floor over to Black Power.
Black Power, sorry for the delay. Couldn't get stuff working, but hey, we're here, right? My name's Anthony. I'm new to the movement, but not the struggle. You know, I've been Black all my life, so I've been going through the same trials and tribulations as everybody on this platform. I'm a Pan-Africanist, Black nationalist, and New African Revolutionary Nationalist. Right now, it's giving me a chance to go ahead and talk about a little bit about what I got going on in Vegas. We got a reparations program that we're trying to push nationwide. We're pretty much trying to do that in Vegas. They got a lot going on out here when it comes to legislation and everything, so we're trying to stay on top of that. We got a Bridge to Africa program where we send money back to Africa on a consistent basis through our Buy Black program. We sell African black soap and shea butter out here in Vegas to try to raise money for our brothers and sisters in Africa. All the profits and proceeds go back to them. I created an organization called Self-Rep Community. It's a nonprofit kids program.
Give me just a second. If you're not speaking, can you please mute yourself? There's a lot of feedback on these different lines, and we'll make sure everybody can be able to hear everything we're presenting to them. Black Power.
Self-Rep Community nonprofit kids program. We teach Black history for the youth out here in Las Vegas. We got a life skills program for the kids to try to get them ready for the real world, to get them ready to how to deal with police and everything in that nature. I myself, I'm an artist, so I teach the kids how to be creative in life, not just drawing, but how to be able to be creative in problem solving. I am the local chairman of the Panther Vanguard movement, and I am the programs director of the Las Vegas chapter of the Huey P. Newton Gun Club. In the Huey P. Newton Gun Club, we train in gun safety primarily, because you got to know how to use your weapons training and survival training. We try to go out every once in a while and get with the community and camp, you know, set up survival skill trainings for them. We teach the community how to defend themselves. That's definitely a must. And we just try to navigate through state and local gun laws so that nobody gets caught up in the system. I would say 75% of the movement today is actually dealing with self, with the Black community. The other 25% is probably dealing with other oppressive natures. But the real revolution to me is dealing with us as a people. Africa and the rest of the diaspora, if we can all pretty much get together and get on the same accord, we can pretty much battle our own internal problems, which stems from religion, youth, gang violence, black on black violence, and miseducation, and domestic violence with our Black women. Right now, I'm about to get into the first point of the 7-point Black Power platform. It's a strong commitment to the struggle and to the movement of our people. Black unity. We believe in Black unity. The Black Panther movement is organizing for the unity of our people in this nation and all over the planet. The Black Power movement stands for unity within the Black family, unity with the Black liberation struggle, and unity inside the Black community, the Black nation. We believe there must be a Black Panther in every Black household. Black unity is Black power. Before I wrap it up, before I close, I just want to thank Malik for allowing me to exude my presence on such an enormous stage. This goes out to all the Aboriginal Blacks in America. There's no real significant distance between you me or the African diaspora, we need to work together in unison. For all other groups fighting, continue, because you are that link to many battlefronts against imperialism and racism, keeping us apart.
Black Power. Like we were saying, this movement is built on unity and people coming together, which is what we are focused at, aiming and building and creating a lane for Pan-Africanism, Black nationalism, for the liberation of our people. Also, I want you guys to remember, we do have a contact number you guys can call. It is 1-844-84-UNITY. That number is available. You can text it, you can call it. We do have people that are in office that can't answer the phone. If anyone can, please put that in the chat. Please share that with any links that you may be sharing, which is again 1-844-84-UNITY, UNITY. That's something we want to make sure that everybody is able to connect with us, and everyone is able to make sure that they have an open line of communication. What we'll be going to next is Elder Ajabu. Elder Ajabu will be covering point 2 of the Pan-African Affairs, which is the Director of Pan-African Affairs. Elder Ajabu, can you hear me? Are you there, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, but I can't see you. I think you may have to turn your camera on, Elder.
Camera act like it don't want to turn on. Let's see if that one will work.
Go ahead and try it. I just sent you a request to try to start it. It should start up for you now.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We can see you. Black Power. You have the floor, Elder.
Black Power. Let me see. That's not the camera I want. I want this camera here. Can that camera?
I'm sorry, that turned it off. It turns your camera off, Elder.
Turn it off. Wow. Okay. But let me go back to this one. Can you see me?
No, sir.
I don't know something that happened. Well, let's not worry about and I got some maps and things that I wanted to use, but what can I say? It is what it is. This is Elder Emoja of Jabu, and I have been charged with being the Director of Pan-African Affairs for the Black Power movement. And I want to give thanks and honor to, he don't want no titles, brother Malik Zulu Shabazz, for coordinating this and bringing it all together and being very instrumental in bringing about the unity that we need so much right now at this time. He's taken efforts to try to bring us together here in America from the people that I know that actually talked about how we had to come together. And I'm talking about, he has talked to Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Honorable Silas Muhammad, and he's trying to bring that together. When you talk about the political action for the Black Power movement, we believe that Black Power politics must become the dominant politics for Black people, wherever we are. The Black Panther movement is politically active, and our politics are Black Power politics. The political tactics of our Black Power movement are revolutionary. In the mode of Panther legend Huey P. Newton, and Panther chairman Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. We represent Black nationalism. That means we ain't trying to look at somebody else to find out where we are. We define ourselves, name ourselves, speak for ourselves from a Black nationalist perspective. And we are the successors of Minister Malcolm X and the Honorable Marcus Garvey. We uphold Pan-Africanism. What does that mean? Pan-Africanism means that we look at the world from an African point of view, from being from the land from which we originate. Even though we might be born in America, we don't look at things from an American perspective. If we looked at things from an American perspective, it was legal and all right for America to enslave Africans. We'd have to be out of our minds to look at things from an American perspective, because if we'd done that, we would support our enslavement. We don't care if you was born in France. We don't look at things from a Frenchman's perspective. We look at things from an African perspective. If we looked at things from a Frenchman's perspective, then we would support the colonization of the African continent after they stole us from the African continent and brought us to America and South America. And like President Kwame Nkrumah and the Honorable Robert Sobukwe, who is the organizer and originator of the Pan-Africanist Conference, we are fighting for a United States of America. Excuse me, Lord, hold that. We are fighting for a United States of Africa. Full stop. Revolutionary, Pan-African nationalism is our political ideology, which means that 2 billion Black people worldwide must unite, and in every nation throughout the diaspora, organize, mobilize, so that we realize our rightful place in the world order of things and take complete command of our people, our resources, and our political destiny. Black power, Black power. So I have been charged with bringing that all together, and we're mobilizing to bringing that all together. When you talk about the 2 billion of Africans in the world, there's 40 million of us right here in the United States of America. The United States it consists of about 4 million people. Well, we got 4 million people in Texas. They can't beat us. The only reason why they beat us is because we're disorganized. If we get organized and mobilized, then with our very number says victory is at hand. And so we are going to organize so that we can mobilize, because you got 3 million Blacks in Florida. You got 1 million in Illinois. They can't beat us if we get organized. There's too many of us. And so that's going to be our goal, to get organized. Unbossed, and unafraid. Pan-Africanist to the heart. And going to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth. You got to be ready. Thank you, sir.
Prior Elder, we definitely thank you for the guidance and the wisdom that you shared with us. Give me just a second here. We want to also give a big thanks to the elder for helping guide us and also helping bringing people to the table. Yes, we do want to give thanks and give gratitude to the fearless attorney warrior, Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz, who has come together and helped create this new lane for Panthers to be able to come up under one umbrella and get the work done. We are about organizing a mass movement of people, as many as we can worldwide, and we are putting in the work to be able to do that. Once again, I want to make sure I share that number with you guys, 1-844-84-UNITY. Also, we're taking donations to help do things and get events going around the country, which is Cash App, BPM Pay, which is Black Panther Movement Pay, P-A-Y. No donation is too small or too big. We also have a Panther store that'll be coming. You guys will be able to buy T-shirts, memorabilia, different type of items that we have that helps support and helps give culture back to our people, and real support to help everyone be able to push and grow in the local areas and be able to get the word out to the community. Next, we want to go to Brother Raheem, which is on the East Coast. Well, please, brother, come on, introduce yourself. Let us know a little bit about you. Are you able to hear me, Brother Raheem? Are you there? Be able to unmute yourself,
Black
brother.
Power, Black Power.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you hear me
Black
loud and
Power.
clear?
Yes, sir. Black Power. The floor is yours, brother.
Represent Norfolk, Virginia. Got my comrades with us today, and just basically here to do the work. Make it real simple, plain and put. We're here to do the work for our community, for our people, and I'm here to put our race first. So it's Black Power 24/7. And I was tasked to read 3 through 5 of the 5 duties of the Black Panther. So I just want to start off Black Power, Black Power. Black Power. A Panther is duty bound to always organize in the war for the minds and hearts of Black people while carrying oneself in an organized and orderly manner. A Panther, number 4, a Panther is duty bound to be honest in thought, deeds, and action, disciplined, willing to sacrifice their lower and personal desires for the greater good of this revolutionary divine mission. Number 5, a Black Panther movement member is duty bound to know our Black Panther history and Black Panther lessons so we may be thorough and successful in all our undertakings, which is to raise a Black Panther in every Black household. Black Power. Black Power.
Black Power, yes, sir. That is our duty and that is our focus to make sure one way or another that we raise a Black Panther in every household. There should be no one on the face of this planet that doesn't represent what the Black Power movement stands for, because it is empowering our people, developing our people, and defending our people. We have to stay focused on the things that we need to take care of to make sure that we push our people towards the path of liberation, and that's what we're working on to do. Next, we go to Brother Crazy Horse. Brother, are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm here, brother.
Yes, sir, brother. Black Power.
Black Power, Black Power. Shalom to everyone. I go by Chief Crazy Horse. First, I'd like to give thanks to the Most High for the moment to be here. Also, I'd like to thank Sister Janae Nzinga for inviting me to this gathering, and also to our brothers, Ambassador Sheikh Imam Akbar and Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz for having me as well. I got tasked with reading number 5 of the 7-point Black Panther Power Program. So I don't want to take away anything from our brother King Truth, because he's already read this earlier today, but I'm cool with echoing anything that's going on. Basically, I'm glad to be here to be a participant. I'm glad to give my energy up that I have. Across this country, I go around and I train organizations tactically. Not only in the lines of using weaponries, but also hand to hand, and also we would say bushcraft survival skills along with medical classes and courses as well. I offer these to all Black groups across the nation for free. The only thing that I do is ask for you to invest in yourself. This is not my whole thing that I do, but this is what I'm good at, and this is what I feel like we lack. And a lot of times, if we retrace history, it seems like every time we have erected something of greatness, over time we forgot to protect it, and it was eventually destroyed. I'm here to prevent that, along with a long list of other tasks that's been put onto me. So I will echo this. Number 5, self-defense. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense was founded upon the principle that Black people must assert their inherent divine rights to self-defense and self-preservation, to protect yourself, your family, your comrades, and to sustain your way of living. The Black Panther movement demands of Black people to be well-trained and lawfully armed for self-defense of ourselves, our families, and our nation. And that's one of the key factors that I push when I go around here teaching people, is that, okay, there was a time when we was all together as one, and then there was a disbursement. Well, we take what we get and we keep moving because the mission must be done. So now we spend a lot of time with each other. You get to know who's to your left and who's to your right. You get to fall in love with those people. And with that love develops a bond full of trust that you won't allow anyone to break. So that's what I'm pushing, leading with love. The Black Panther movement demands of Black people to be well trained and lawfully armed for self-defense of ourselves, our families, and our nations. Lawfully armed. Everybody must be lawfully armed and well trained in what you're doing, not just an emotional wreck grabbing your weapon, ready to go try to get busy. Now, we must be in the best physical shape for this liberation fight. I also push this heavily, more than the works of using your weapon or anything else, because if you can't endure, you're no good. Where I come from and my background and what I'm doing right now, we practice like it's game time, so when it's game time, it feels like practice. Get used to hearing that when you're dealing with me. Our movement calls for direct action, end to genocide, self-homicide, fratricide, and police brutality. That means know what the fuck you signed up for. This ain't no social gathering, and this is not a place to be around here being cowardice and looking for a reason to keep your feet planted in the mud and stuck in the concrete when there is forward progressive work that can be done to help shift us in the form and direction of full liberation. We shall build up a Black Panther Defense Corps for our national defense. Self-defense of Black people is Black Power. Black Power.
Black Power.
Black
Yes,
Power, Black Power.
Black Power.
That is another thing that we want to speak on too. We will be developing our Black Panther Movement Defense Corps. Brother Crazy Horse will be a big part of that. Also, Brother King Truth will be a big part of that. We have some others from around the country that will be coming on board, and we will be building that Black Army that we need to protect ourselves. There's a couple other things I want to go over also before we go to the next speaker, which is our ministries. We will be building and developing different programs throughout the country and throughout neighborhoods. So I want to go over our ministries so you guys kind of have an idea of what's coming. We have a National Ministry of Economics and Business Trade. We have a National Ministry of Community Programs. We have a National Ministry of Marketing and Messaging. We have a National Ministry of Defense, which will be the Black Panther Movement Defense Corps. We got a National Ministry of Law and Justice. We have a National Youth Ministry, Youth Leadership Ministry, because we want to build leaders from the youth to be able to take on the fight for us in the future. National Ministry of Education, we have to empower our people. National Ministry of Health and Emergency Preparedness. That's another thing that's big we need to speak on also, make sure that people are prepared for different things that may come. This devil that we have in the White House, we never know what he's going to bring to our table or to our front door, so we must make sure that we stay prepared and we're ready for that. We also have a National Ministry of Science and Technology. These are our ministries that we are developing in the community. We are looking for people to come on board that are like-minded, that are not problematic and wanting to get the job done is our main focus. Black nationalism, Black Africanism, and being able to push Black power all out is what it is that we need to do. And we, like I said before, like the brother said and I said, we need to have a Black Panther in every household. Let me see here. We're going to bring on next, which is a strong brother. He's also a civil rights attorney. This brother has put in a lot of work with Dr. Malik. Also, alongside Dr. Malik, this is one of the brothers that was responsible for the Mississippi hog roast, is what I call it, frying those pigs down in Mississippi for the things that they were doing against the Black community. I'll turn the brother over to Brother John Barnett, let him introduce himself, and then that brother cover some things. And then after that, we'll probably be going to Dr. Attorney Malik Shabazz next to hear from him, and then we'll be closing out pretty soon. Brother John Barnett, can you hear me there, brother?
Yeah, sure can. Peace and blessings.
Yes, sir.
Black Power.
Black Power.
Thank everyone for being on this call. As we see the climate of hate is increasing. I was late getting on the call, so I apologize. About 3 minutes ago, I got a call from a mother from Gastonia, North Carolina, one of the most racist cities in North Carolina. She had said that her son was following the girlfriend going home. And a white man pulled out, well, it was speeding rather, and hit the daughter so hard that her car went up in the air and her boyfriend, my client's son, went underneath her car, and the black girl died. Police sat around for 3 days, came up with a story just like they did, tried to do with the Goon Squad, and charged my client's son with murder. And he was following his girlfriend. The other person driving was a white man. If that ain't racism, and I just got that call 3 minutes ago. If that ain't racism at its best, I don't know what is. And now her son sits inside of a jail with no bond, facing murder. So I just want to open up with that. Thank you for allowing me to be on this call. My name is John C. Barnett. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. Some of the brothers here, Elliot Face, and others are a part of the Black Panther movement. I want to thank my big brother, Malik Zulu Shabazz. Everywhere I go, I make sure I highlight him and I highlight his book. Rest in peace to our brother, Khalid Muhammad. Still reading this big, thick book you got, Brother Malik. But I wanted you all to know that Brother Malik told me to get on the call, talk to you all about all of the cases I've been having. And unfortunately, when I'm traveling in racist cities like Whiteville, North Carolina, a month ago, we got a white teacher terminated for calling Black girls slaves and monkeys. Said that the only thing that they could do for her is pick tomatoes out of her yard like the slaves did. Well, I went down there, stood in front of that particular school. We got another brother named Brother Kevin DeWalt from I believe, Salisbury, Black Panther brother. He came down there with me as well and been doing my security for me. And we stood in front of that school facing 20 cops. And I was there with a bunch of women, because that's mostly how the struggle is. It's supported by our sisters. God bless them. But I want more men to stand with us, because as you all know, when Rosa Parks was denied her seat on the bus, Beyonce and Oprah Winfrey didn't stand up. It was Dr. King, Jesse Jackson, Andrew Young, Stokely Carmichael, and Brother Abernathy. So it's good to see our sisters fighting in the struggle. Me and Tamika Mallory was taught by Reverend Sharpton, so to speak. But it's even stronger when Black men stand up. Our community would change if Black men just stand up. Minister Farrakhan's been screaming that for years. And so my introduction to you all is that I'm definitely open for you all to support our efforts and vice versa. Anything I can do to get the membership up for the Black Panthers. I think this is something that's needed for Black males. They need to be learning at the age of 12, learning self-defense, because there's a world out here that doesn't like us. And not only are we unfortunately killing ourselves, but there's another enemy out there that's hunting Black men, and their names are called the police. And so it's very important that we understand what's going on, not only in our own community, but what's going on around the country. Hate is being perpetrated at an all-time high. I get at least 5 hate crimes a month. We get about 50 calls a week, and I don't have a laptop. And so I want to thank you all for allowing me to be on here. But again, I want to encourage you all to be a part of some of these demonstrations I'm doing. Brother Kevin, I hired him. He's my right-hand security now. Black Panther, fully armed. He got his vest on. We stood in front of Mint Hill, a police department last week. Another case I'll give you, and I'll close. In Mint Hill, North Carolina, a white woman, 76 years old, driving down the road and runs over a Black man. Goes home, drinks tea, I guess gets on Facebook for an hour and a half. Then goes back to the police department, said, I think I hit some wood or some debris in the wood. And the chief says, no, you hit a Black man and he's dead. This was last December. I go to the police department, try to meet with them 3 times. They refused. So I staged a press conference in front of the Mint Hill Police Department with Brother Kevin, fully armed and ready to go. And I embarrassed him because they ran on the news. And now as we sit here, I not only gave her access to a lawyer, but we're fighting to get that old 76-year-old lady charged with felony death by vehicle is the charge. She still sits at home right now, and she done mounted up and got a lawyer. So if she didn't do anything wrong, why is she getting a lawyer? So that's how extreme this racism is. That's just 2 cases in the last 30 days, y'all. And so it's no time out for us to be doing boots and fans. No time out. I don't have any hobbies. You know, Reverend Sharpton said a white man asked him in the airport, hey, Reverend Sharpton, when you gonna come play golf with us? Reverend Sharpton was on the phone. He looked at the man. He said, I ain't got no hobbies. So personally, I don't have any hobbies. My life today, Saturday, is going through all of these calls and trying to help our people. So I definitely, again, thank you all. I'm in various cities. I'll definitely give you all my schedule and anything I can do to support the Black Panthers. Anything, be it lawyers assisting our brothers. I know we fight the struggle, and sometimes we fight the struggle with some baggage. Hello, I've been to jail before. So that means some brothers out here might have some charges. Well, guess what? I'm blessed to be working with 33 lawyers in 15 states, and I'm still grassroots, and I still live right close to the hood. So that means all of these resources I have, I give them off to you. If you're in Atlanta, Georgia, I got Kenneth Muhammad. If you're in Florida, I got Ben Crump. If you're in Tennessee, I got lawyers. So sometimes, brothers, when we're fighting, sometimes they may not show up at a rally, it might not show up at a press conference because you got a warrant for your arrest. Or you got child support. They locked up one of our Black Panther brothers when we were fighting in Bowling Green, Kentucky with the Black Panthers. And I'm so glad we were able to get that brother out. So sometimes as I speak, under the sound of my voice, if anybody out there right now think they got a want to get something expunged, then you all call me because I got lawyers in 15 states, 35 of them, and I got their cell number. And I'll be glad to help you all with that. And that's going to be my resources to you all as far as being a brother to all of y'all. And I want to thank you for this time.
Yes, sir. Black Power. Once again, that phone number is 1-844-84-UNITY, UNITY. That brother is a part of the Black Panther movement. He is organizing with us on a mass scale, and you can get to him through that number. We do have a voicemail. You guys can leave voicemails. We also have people that you guys can talk to when you call in that can answer questions for you. Next, we'll go to Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz, which is Brother John Barnett's right-hand man. They've been in the trenches a lot. They've done a lot of work in the South, a lot of work around the country. And like I said previously, they were the two that spearheaded this Mississippi hog roast. Also, if you guys, if you're not familiar with it, please get familiar with our newspaper, which is the Eye of the Panther. There is an article that is inside of that newspaper, the current paper, the issue that's out. If you guys don't have it, you can also give us a call. I'll figure out a way to get it to you. Any Panther, if you are anywhere in the country, actually outside the country, no matter where you may be, if you want to get this paper in your hand and you want to make sure that you empower your people and you present things to your people properly, we have that for you. We want to get that to you. Right now, Bo, we're going to go to Dr. Malik. We're going to get some words from him, and we want to thank the brother for the work that he's done to help put everybody together. And we appreciate him coming together to help do what's going on.